Good morning, you guys. So this is the third week of the series to help you wake up to better mornings. So just a quick recap. The first week was to find your purpose. Hopefully you're still working on that, writing some things down, or exploring that thing that drives you and that you love and that you're passionate about. So if you need to recap, go back to series 1. And last week, this series 2 was about your light, how light influences the way you sleep and you're ready to go to bed, so that melatonin and cortisol levels. So the more light stimulating things that you have at night, you keep the cortisol levels up, because your body is confused because it's supposed to be going to bed. So the darker your evening gets, the less the cortisol should go down, and the more it stimulates that that darkness will stimulate the melatonin to rise, so it'll put you to sleep. So hopefully you are doing some things to limit your light exposure at night, because we have all this stimulation, like the phones and the computers and the TVs and all that stuff. So hopefully you are paying attention to that and drawing back some of those stimulations before you go to bed, so that'll help your melatonin reset and you can sleep. So this week we are going to continue on this melatonin cortisol issue. So that this is going to be a big one, I think, for most people, and I want to encourage you to look into this, and you might not have to you might not be able to jump in all at once, but you really need to start paying attention. So this cortisol melatonin issue is a big deal. Your adrenals they produce the cortisol to help you be alert for things. But the problem with that is that we are hyper alert all day long. All day long. We have stressful jobs, we have kids, we have all these things going on that sometimes are uncontrollable. I completely understand that. But what we can control is how much our cortisol and our blood sugar spikes throughout the day. So every time your blood sugar goes down, cortisol comes up because it reacts. It's like your energy is low, we're crashing, your blood sugar is going down, so we need to stimulate you to go eat something, which other hormones are involved with that, but we're not going to go into detail with that. What I want you to focus on this week is eliminating all those blood sugar spikes throughout the day. So how do you do that? How do you do that? So to do that, we have to draw back the sugar, you guys. And I'm not talking about table sugar. That is a big one, but also sugar in like your starchy carbs, all the processed foods that they add all the sugar into. If you look at the packages of things and it's got a list of ingredients on it, put it back. It's got so much chemicals, and a lot of times they add sugar to everything. So what happens when you consume all that sugar? You ingest the sugar, the starchy carbs. It activates your insulin because you just ingested all the sugar. So your insulin is the lock and key. It has to put that sugar somewhere. Your body doesn't need that much sugar. It only needs like 20 grams of sugar a day. It's something really small to function. So what happens, that insulin puts that sugar somewhere, And then all of a sudden you crash because then your sugar goes down and your body and your brain are like, hey, our sugar just dropped. We need more sugar. It stresses your body out. It puts you in a fight or flight mode hormonally, activates the cortisol to get you, to stimulate you, to wake you up and to go get something to eat. So let's not do this all day. The other thing that influences cortisol with your diet is the frequency of eating. So your sugar crashes, you eat something. Your sugar goes up. Your sugar crashes, you eat something. Your sugar goes up. Get what I'm saying? So we need to lessen our meals throughout the day. If you're eating 5 to 6 times, like you have 3 meals, but you're snacking all day long, you are on this roller coaster. And then you try to go to bed at night and you're supposed to not eat for 8 hours all night long, but your body is so used to eating every 3, 4 hours, 2 hours even. So you can't sustain that all night long. Your body's going to wake up because the sugar is going to go down, it's going to produce the cortisol, and it's going to wake you up all night long. So your body is hyperactive because of that. So let's deal with this. This is a big one, you guys. It's a big one. Changing this mindset and these diet tweaks to eliminate your sugar will also help you burn fat. Because your body at night while you're sleeping, it needs fuel to keep you rested, to keep you satiated, to keep your cortisol levels down, to not spike. So if you start training your body to burn fat, you will sleep all night long. Plus, you get some weight loss in there. Guys, that's a win-win. So what I want you to do is I want you to start paying attention to what is on your plate. What are you putting in your mouth? Your plates should look colorful, very colorful. Add vegetables, like leafy vegetables, vegetables that are grown above the ground. So peppers, all kinds of lettuces and spinaches and the pea pods, broccoli, cabbage. Think outside the box. There's so much stuff that you can eat. There's just asparagus is another great one. So start adding that. Make yourself a huge salad. You have to have greens for a couple reasons. One, they are a great carb source and they give you your micronutrients, so all your minerals and vitamins that your body needs, which in turn will also help you sleep at night because you need potassium, you need magnesium, you need calcium from foods. You shouldn't be adding calcium to your diet. You need your B vitamins, you need all these minerals so your body will function appropriately and will help you rest. Does that make sense? Okay, so that's what I want you to look at. So when you look at your plate, you should have a lot of vegetables on it. You have your protein, whatever protein you like, and then to absorb these micronutrients, you need some healthy fats. So don't be scared to add some healthy fats as you're taking out some of the sugar processed crappy carbs. These carbs, like there's so many. I can make a video that's hour long. So watch like the bagels and watch the fruit juices, the waffles, the pastas, the breads. Start cutting those back. But in return, add something in. So if you love bread, eliminate that. Start out with the one thing, but put in something else that you love. Do you love broccoli? Do you love a vegetable? Do you love a certain fat? Like avocados and nuts, seeds, peanut butter, olive oil, avocado oils, a fatty fish. Like, think of things that you love to add in. So breakfast, for instance, that is the worst. People consume the worst things at breakfast. The breakfast is your break fast. You're breaking your fast when you get up. But they're breaking it with all this sugar, orange juices and bagels and cereals and oatmeal. The instant oatmeals, you guys, are such a bad insulin spiker. It's not your fault. It's been advertised to give you energy in the morning, which it does, but then you crash immediately. You need sustainable things throughout the day. So, for instance, your breakfast, instead, say you like orange juice and a bagel or something, start looking at whole eggs. Saute some green peppers and then make an omelet. Scramble a couple eggs, put some sausage on top of that, some good cheese, an avocado. You guys, that is so healthy. It's way better than the orange juice and bagel or the cereal. If you like cereal, you just got to think of something else. So if you are a cereal person, when you get up, have a big bowl of salad. Eventually, when you get up, you might not be hungry, so don't eat breakfast. You don't have to have that. Eat when you're hungry, which will be a whole nother topic that we'll discuss. But this week, I really want you to pay attention to these frequency of meals and sugars. So if we start pulling those back, maybe do 3 meals a day, high quality meals. So they should have really good vegetables, really good fats, your proteins. Make these vegetables or your meals sustainable. So that is what I want you to work on this week. So think of the things that you might do, and when you get up, just look at pay attention to what you're putting in your mouth. So if we can start eliminating these sugar spikes, once you get home and you turn down the lights and you go to bed, your body will be in this constant level while you're sleeping, and it's not going to wake you up thinking, oh my gosh, I'm hungry, because I'm used to eating every 3 hours. It's actually going to keep you asleep normally, and your body will use your own fat as fuel to get you through the night. That is so great for a wonderful night's sleep. And then in the morning, when the sun starts coming up, where you start getting stimulated, that's when your cortisol levels start coming up to wake you up. And then at night is when your melatonin should be spiking up and your cortisol should be going down. So that's what I want you to work on this week. Let me know in the comments, what is your sugar? What is your starchy carb that you go to all the time? Because that's the first thing you should start eliminating. So if you do soda all the time, you got to start bringing that back. If it's soda, let's switch it. So let's do more water. You can put things in your water like lemon juice. Get some lemons and squeeze it in your water. That will give you a lot of potassium and some good micronutrients in the lemon juice. Plus, it's not boring. So that's a great one. I do that all the time. You can start, when the seasons come in, you can start adding fruits, not fruit juices, Maybe some berries or something, or cucumbers, I don't know. Think outside of the box. You've got to shift this. Let's retract some of this sugar that we're eating all day long, so we're not doing this roller coaster, so you can sleep. Sleep is so important. Lack of sleep also spikes cortisol and your insulin and all that stuff all the time. You're stressed. Your body is stressed constantly because of this. I could talk about this forever. Okay, so that's what I want you to work on this week. Let me know what you had to pull out. Mine was oatmeal. I used to eat a huge bowl of oatmeal every morning with some juice or whatever with it. And that was my problem. That started my day out in this roller coaster pattern all day long because I was always hungry. So that was what I had to change, and I retracted that. And when I'm hungry in the morning, I will make a big ass scrambled omelet. I put some good cheese and bacon and all kinds of vegetables and whole eggs. Oh my God, it's so good. I'm making myself hungry just thinking about that. I think that's what I'm going to have this morning. So let me know what you're going to have to try to take out this week, and we'll go on to the next one next week. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.